Today I'm going to show you how to build your own vertical plant stand with built-in LEDs that also fits into small apartments. Hi, my name is Martin and I do side projects. Since I've recently been running out of space for all my plants in my apartment, I decided to look for a reasonably cheap and modular solution that also looks good and maybe even has some ambient lighting built in. However, all I found were chunky, expensive shelf-like styles that I didn't really like and were also more expensive than I had hoped. So I decided to design my own solution. I'm going for a vertical stand based on wooden sticks, connected with 3D printed brackets and a modular system for the planters. The vertical stick will stand on 3 legs, kind of like a tripod, connected with a 3D printed bracket. All feet and the top will get a rounded off end cap. The planters will be attached to the stick with a bracket. This way it stays fully modular and later on I can still design new parts for it. The planters will be attached with a lock and key dovetail style mechanism. Some of the planters will have space for some cheap remote controlled and rechargeable LED lights. I'm planning for the whole construction to be 2 meters tall. Once the rough design was done, I went into my 3D modeling software and started sketching up the design. So this will be the base where the 4 sticks attach. And I also designed a nice round cap for a cleaner look. Since I couldn't find a long enough stick, I also designed a bracket to connect 2 sticks that also contains a mounting mechanism for the attachments. The brackets themselves are attached to the stick with a nice chunky hand screw, and the planters are held in place just by gravity and quickly interchangeable. I designed a couple different pots, some bigger, some smaller and some in between. Some with a smooth finish and some with some texture. Some of them also have a hole for the LED modules I'm gonna show you in a bit. And that's it. As usual, you can download the files from the link down below for free if you want to make your own. I threw all the parts on my new 3D printer and yes, I finally upgraded to a Bambu Lab. This thing is an absolute improvement to my previous printer. It's crazy fast and prints beautifully. Most of the parts came off the print plate quite easily, but some needed some convincing. The parts cleaned up super easily, the supports just snap off and the screw fits perfectly into the bracket. The mechanism for attaching the pots also works just as intended. Great! I think I'm getting really good at this 3D modeling, but what do you think? I also designed one larger planter that was super satisfying to clean up. This one even contains drainage holes for excess water that can drain into a screw-off reservoir. I used a handsaw to trim the wooden sticks to the desired length, 3 legs each 40 centimeters and a total of 1 meter 60 centimeters vertical. Once everything was printed and prepared, I got all the parts ready and also unpacked the LED modules. These come with a little remote, have different lighting temperatures and are also dimmable. They also come with this little metal plate that lets you attach them to the planters magnetically. Assembly was super easy. I just attached the end caps to the legs and used the self-mixing 2-component glue to attach the legs to the base. I attached the first stick to the base and added a few clamps for attachments. Then I added the second vertical stick to get to the final height and add the final clamps. I then attached the position of all the clamps. Finally, I got a bunch of different plants that I quickly replanted into the 3D printed pots. I got some wheatgrass for the cat, I got some succulents, a monstera, different kinds of ivy and a tiny palm tree and a water lily. With that done, it's time to arrange the plants on the stand and make it look nice and green. I really love how this is coming together. Finally, I installed the lights as they just snap in magnetically. So, did I solve my space problem? Absolutely. Does it look good? You tell me. It's sturdy, it's modular, and the cat hasn't knocked it over yet. I am really happy with how this turned out, but let's see if it actually levels up the room. And of course, I had to get the official seal of approval from the most important critic in the apartment. Quality control says the wheatgrass is up to specs. In the light, it's a sleek vertical garden, but in the dark, it's a total mood. Who knew some wooden sticks and 3D printed parts could look this high-end? It's like a tiny forest skyscraper, but in my living room. If you want to build your own, the link to the files is in the description down below. You can download them for free, just like the video and leave a comment if you do. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to stare at my glowing ivy for an hour. If you enjoyed this build, subscribe, hit the like button and let me know in the comments what I should build next. Please also consider subscribing to the channel, it really helps a lot if you do. Until next time, at Martin Does Side Projects.